I have my information. I don't mean to be rude to the Charlotte County folks. If I turn a little bit more, my bread and butter's over here. So I hope you'll indulge me a little bit, nothing personal. And I don't think you folks, when the Charlotte County folks will take it personal when they're over here talking either. How you doing, sir? You get all that landscaping up?
Yeah, figured it out.
Huh?
Figured it out, thanks,
All right.
Dave. Yeah.
I am running for county commission. I am a lifetime Sarasota County resident. I did 25 years with the sheriff's office. I'm going to be able to provide you with my handbill here that will tell you a little bit about me and some of my resume. But more importantly, what do I know about Englewood? Well, I started with the sheriff's office 30 years ago, and when Hops and Pops is where the Walgreens store is now, so I don't know how many longtime residents are here, but I remember when there weren't sidewalks on Dearborn, and Hops and Pops was on the parking lot. There was a payphone on the corner, and it was a long distance call to Sarasota, and there was a toll-free line to the sheriff's office, and the radios didn't always work if you worked Englewood. So if you needed to call the dispatch, you had to pull into Hops and Pops and tell the dispatcher you were at Hops and Pops, and they had the phone number to the payphones here in the corner. I'm getting a few people back. Some of the old timers sort of remember when Hops and Pops was on the corner. So yes, I am familiar on how everything has grown. I'm also familiar with Dead Man's Curve, and actually when it actually really was a rough curve rather than the nice smooth curve we've got now out on River Road. All my entire life, I've actually lived in the city of Sarasota. I've lived on basically the same street my whole life. I'm a third generation Sarasota County resident. My family came here when it was still part of Manatee County, so I was very interested to hear you talking about the records in Manatee County and actually when Englewood was part of Manatee County. After leaving the sheriff's office, I got elected to the Sarasota City Commission. I've been there now 3 years. I just completed my term as mayor last year of the city of Sarasota. I hope nobody holds that against me, but I try. I've never voted for a millage increase. I'm the only sitting city commissioner that has never voted for a millage tax increase. I've also never voted for a tax increase on our businesses. I'm also the only sitting city commissioner that can say that. I chose to run for Sarasota County Commission when I saw the ethics officer escorted out of the building. I realized there was a problem and somebody had to finally stand up. Whether you get elected or not, somebody's got to stand up and sort of say certain things are wrong. We need to hold people accountable. We need to have transparency in our government. We also need to make sure that we understand some of the decisions that we're making, especially the ones when it comes to concern for 2050. 2050 may not mean a whole lot to the folks right down here in Englewood, but it does, because when you go out Fruitville Road in the north part of the county, it's going to put competition for those infrastructure dollars against what's going on down here in South County. I ask you a simple question. 30 years ago, they promised to do River Road, and my question is, how much has actually been done other than one intersection? I'm also a vice chairman of the Metropolitan Planning Organization. I also am the only vote from Sarasota that stood up for the City of Venice and Venice Chamber of Commerce to make sure the bypass got the final leg, which is our evacuation route from down here to up there. And I actually worked during Hurricane Elena why that road needs to be widened and why it was put in the long-range plan. I'm very happy that the bypass is finally going to get done, and we're actually going to have a solid evacuation route all the way from Cape Hayes and Boca Grande all the way north to 681 to get to the interstate if we have to have it in the middle of summer. I will sit here. I'm going to hand out these. On the back is my phone number. It's actually my cell phone number. I think Mrs. Lawrence was a little surprised when she called me today, and she goes, "You really do answer the phone?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. What can I do for you?" So we had a very pleasant conversation. If anybody from Charlotte County would like to have it, I'll be more than happy to give you a copy too. Also on the back is my email address, so you can add that to your collection on when you send your emails out. It has my resume on the front, a little bit on the back. I am married to my high school sweetheart. If anybody doesn't believe in miracles, I'd love to introduce you to my wife. She is absolutely wonderful. Between us, we have 5 kids. The oldest one is in graduate school being a physician's assistant. The second one graduated Florida State and is now interviewing for some jobs. The third one is going to UCF and USF. And I got 2 teenage daughters at home that, to be honest with you, this campaigning is easy compared to teenage girls because they'll tell you how to dress and even how to do your hair. And it's a little hard for me when they try to tell me how to do my hair, so I have to argue with them a little bit. But I can't, God's blessed me greatly. I don't begrudge anything. And to be honest with you, no matter what I've done as a city commissioner, as mayor, or what I'll do as your county commissioner if you're willing to give me that shot. nothing I can do will be any more proud than I am of those 5 kids and how excited I am watching them grow up. So I know this is going to be a long night. I think there's 3 or 4 folks from Charlotte County, so I don't want to take up too much more time. I'll be more than happy to hand these out, and then I'll answer any question you want as you caucus or as you discuss things.
Your District 1?
I'm sitting for C2, but the entire, all Sarasota County vote for all of them.
Oh, okay.
So you will be able to vote for everybody.
Thank you.